All right. Okay, cool. All right, just gonna let people come in. Give it a second, and we'll tackle the charts again. Take a look here, let the community know. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go sub-thesis. Cool. You guys pumped for our 6th trade for the challenge here? Wagner, what's up, man? So, going back to the challenge sheet. So we've did total of 5 trades, won 3, lost 2, up a total of 7.28% since we started. Yeah, so we gotta win this one. Or I gotta win this one. All right, cool. So I'll be entering it with the amount of $96 for this trade. I'm gonna round it up to 97 because we can't use the 55% decimal point. Already got a request to take a look at an asset, so we'll jump into it right now. So let's go over to XRP from Michael. We took a peek at XRP. We had a pump after breaking this downtrending level of resistance right here. So this is the 4-hour time frame. Just give me a second. My computer's kind of laggy right now. I had to delete a bunch of space just so I can create the thumbnail for this video. It's pretty bad. But yeah, so broke this downtrend level resistance. We've got caught in this area of interest right here and starting to get exhausted a little bit. XRP is getting a lot of bullish news lately with this battle against the SEC, but basically we could have some buyer's exhaustion here. I would actually enter a short on this if, yeah, we're gonna have to wait for a 4-hour close based on that trend line. So let's take a look at the hourly trend line here. Yeah, hourly support is like this here. So we need to wait for our first full body candle close below this uptrend level support. What will happen in confluence to breaking this level support is, assuming it happens sooner rather than later, we could have a break of the neckline for this double top structure. Let's see. But we still have this resistance as well. So basically we'd react to whatever breaks first, the resistance or the support. The support break, we'd have a valley right immediately after we get below this neckline. And the price action would actually move us relatively quickly to the next area of interest, which is roughly around here between 44.83 and 44.50. So this will be the first area that we anticipate a potential reversal. So what you would want to do in that situation is box that zone and see how it reacts to the zone when we approach it again. Now, when it comes to the long, if we break the resistance instead, then we have to anticipate this to act as resistance again in the future at 47.02 roughly, 47.05, 47.02 in that area, because we can get caught in this range and consolidate. But yeah, nothing yet. Just sitting on your hands and waiting for this move. I'm going to adjust this trend line. And this is my XRP chart, so for those who are part of the community, you can see that chart whenever you like under the invest chart section there. All right. So nothing there. I am in a Tron short with the community. We did a trade hunt. It's going against this little tiny bit. So the reason why we entered it is because we have a double top. We had a rejection in the higher time frames, and we lost this momentum from this pump, so it's starting to get exhausted. The technical target is like pretty relatively short, around like 0662. I only entered in with half of the amount of funds I normally would, just because I was thinking we could create a head and shoulder structure, because we have not yet confirmed this uptrending level of support here to flip as resistance. So I put half the amount in so I can add the other half in if we get a rejection off this level. And then I would adjust my average to be a better position. If we don't get a rejection off this, basically when we get the first 15-minute candle will close above this uptrending level support, I'm going to be closing the trade early, depending on where it closes. So that's my plan right now with this trade I'm in right now. Now it's going to go over. I was thinking about for this trade we could do Cardano, but right now it's got a delay. Just so you guys know, I do have to end this call at like 12:30, so that's the latest I can stay on the call with you guys. Because I gotta pay the tax, man. Got a meeting with CPA to basically sell my soul. Yeah, nothing yet. I want to wait for a close below this double top neckline here before jumping in. We did lose the hourly momentum. Actually, one of the members of the community pointed out we lost hourly momentum here. So we could get squeezed out of this support due to that loss of momentum. And we just came up to retest it as resistance again. So based on how this candle closes, especially if it closes below this red candle, we might have an entry. We got 30 seconds, so probably not. Yeah, so anything you guys want to check out, just chuck it in the chat and we'll take a look. Let's look at the DXY again here. Yeah, it's revisiting this range here as resistance a little bit on the daily. What we could close above this into this range and then get shot up to this level of that yellow level right here around 104.46, and that would cause a bearish reaction in the market. So prepare for that. I actually want to take a peek at render because some of the members jumped in a render short and made some profit. So I want to see how that's going because it has been pumping like crazy. So it could be getting exhausted. It looks like AGX looked like losing support here too. Double top. What's the... Now if we do this one, it'll be now. Short. Not very good risk to board. Risking to lose 2%. The measurable target. Let's grab that. Measure that momentum here. So the momentum gap for the double top would bring us down to basically the bottom of this range again. And this would be the momentum that we'd trail here. So not very good risk reward ratio though. Render broke momentum on the 5-minute. Hung out my short, 13% profit. It's nice, man. Still on my hands for another opportunity. Cool. Can you check Tomo chain? Yeah, we can do that. What is? Never even heard of that. I'm assuming the ticker is TM20MO. TMO. Yeah, there it is right there. Wait, is that looks like TikTok's logo? Okay, so yeah, I've never heard of this asset. I don't know if it has a burn structure or minting structure that we need to follow. It looks... Yeah, I'm going to have to chart it on the daily. It's the first time charting it, so... I don't know why it's taking so long for my chart to render. My virtual memory must be low. Yeah, we broke this downtrending resistance. Got a confirmation bounce. It's literally been pumping straight up ever since. Honestly, when it comes to movements like this, where it's just constantly step laddering its way up, you just gotta follow the momentum for the loss of support and wait for the short. You don't want to enter in on a green candle and follow in. Like you could have entered, when this structure, when this resistance flipped at support here. If you were late, the next late entry was right here. We got support off this level, this point of control. And the next late entry would be up here, but you're getting close to the all-time high of this asset. Well, we got room for percentage moves here. Maximum. Oh, my toolkit was in the way, sorry. 100, what the? There must be like no. Yeah, take a look at the market cap for this one. It's probably super low. $146%, that's nuts. 6 billion leveraged short. No. No way. 278, 2700. Alright, so Bitcoin lost its neckline support. It's coming up for a retest right now. So 27,800, you're saying there's a 6 billion leverage short. So yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you didn't use the word leverage, I was gonna not believe you there for a second, but leverage makes sense. Someone's like driving the price down with that sell wall. What's the funding rate right now? Okay. Cardano, let's take a peek. Still chilling. Okay, I can't act on Tomo, that's crazy. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to take a peek at? Actually, I wanted to look at render. It's pumping now. I'm glad you guys got that short profit. I'm seeing this as bullish right now for a render. We broke this resistance here, and we got a confirmation bounce off the resistance. This bounce is coming in confluence with also local resistance flipping as support. So it's looking like it's more likely to continue than not. It's not what I'm going to enter though. What you guys got? Can it be filling the wedge on the Bitcoin instead of a triangle? Yeah, well, it can be. We confirm that when this candle closes. In 6 minutes, when this candle closes, we confirm a switch of the formation. So I'd be adjusting this trend line so it's in sync with this swing low here. And then that would flip things to be more bullish. And we could be revisiting this resistance here again. But the technical target for something like that would be the top of this formation for now, but we could have continuations that bring us back up to this resistance to revisit it again. But Caban mentioned that there's a strong level of resistance at 27,800. I don't know which exchange it's on, or if it's just in general, but we should watch out for that sell wall on the order books. It could be a non-intentional fill though, if it's one person. There's more than 1K BTC on Binance limit sell orders. Gotcha. All right, cool, man. Thank you. It's kind of nice having eyes everywhere when you're trading. Okay, let's take a peek at other sets here. I'm just gonna pull up. Could continue even though RSI is high. Absolutely, yeah. So just because you have a high level of RSI doesn't mean that exhaustion is going to kick in yet. I've seen RSIs reach almost 100 before with Bitcoin. But yeah, so there's levels within the RSI that can act as support and resistance. The most common levels that you'll see it, and you might see this in some of my charts where I'll have a horizontal line like this. You just go to the coordinates after you put the horizontal line on your indicator. Type in 50, white for the neutral zone, and over here I would have one at 60, because this is the level that usually acts as support or resistance within the RSI. And I would have that one red, and then lastly 40 for green. So above 50 means the bulls are in control. Below 50, the bears are in control. The reason why I have green at the bottom, even though the bears are in control below here, is because this is a level where you might see lots of support or resistance bounce. So if you get below the 30 level within the RSI, which is the bottom of this band right here, you might see it come back up and act as support and climb its way back up to the 50 level. And if you start seeing bullish divergence while it's happening, like here, then the chances of a reversal is much higher. You can see that we had this bullish divergence, and then shortly after it was confirmed, we had this big pump. And the opposite's true for the bearish divergence. So we had the bearish divergence here, and then we had the correction. It's not like the RSI will give you price targets or anything like that, but you can use the price action to help dictate that kind of momentum to tell you where the target's going to be. But these are great ways of getting confidence in the market to get you more confidence in your trades. That in combination with the squeeze momentum indicator, you're going to be unstoppable. So we're about to confirm this long for render. We just need to have a candle close above this area here. And then we can start tracking this momentum here for the 50% close line. So this will be the 50% close line here. And you'll be good to go. I won't be entering this trade. Well, I could, but it'd be super reactional, actually. Let's find out the momentum. So we got this technical target already hit, right? Yeah, that hit already. So basically where this wick resistance begun. If you long this, be roughly around here, and your stop loss will be right below the swing low. You're risking to lose 4.54%, and that's why I won't enter it, because I don't want to lose this multiplied by 10 if we potentially goes against us, right? So got to pick our battles, and that one just doesn't look that safe if we're using 10x leverage with the $100 to 50K challenge. Ada, please. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, we can take a look at Ada. What's up? I don't want to say daddy. Zach, what's up, man? All right, so this is going to be unconfirmed in a moment. A break of this resistance we can enter along, but it looks like we're getting back inside there. We'll see how it reacts to this uptrending level of support on the hourly to flip as resistance, but in order to enter along off of something like this, I want to break this downtrending resistance and this uptrending level of momentum on the hourly that's flipping as resistance right now, so I don't want to trade against that. Stab it. Oh, I see. Okay, so Cardano just closed back above. So I'll be making adjustment to the support level to here. Okay. Take a peek at Tron. All right, consolidating within the range. You will say, Daddy Zach, respect this man. All right, so yeah, let's take a look at Magic. Let's see what's going on there. We got horizontal resistance being approached right now from Magic. Is that a valley? Pretty intense valley if you break that horizontal resistance for sure. Yeah, so let's map that out. That looks like a great opportunity. Might not be one I do with the challenge, but definitely a trade I might do with my own personal funds. Macro evolving. Yeah, if this double bottom would have been a great entry, when this candle closed right here, we'd have the confirmed breakout. We can enter off of that. And then from the swing low, you start mapping out this momentum. Yeah, the person that pointed out magic, I don't know if you're in a trade or not, but basically you want to use this momentum to help dictate when you should close about 50% if you're in on this. I really do want to jump in along if we have this neckline here act as support, because that valley, if we get a single candle close above this, that valley is just going to skyrocket us to $1. It's just going to be instant. All we got for the current price action that we have is this swing low for our stop loss location. It'll be below this point of control here. Hopefully, if we come up, we get a confirmation bounce here, but the chances of getting confirmation bounce isn't actually that high. It will be increased if we keep going straight up like this from exhaustion, but because this is a valley and there's not very much interest here, we could just skyrocket. So we'll see how it goes, but right here is roughly where the entry is going to be. Stop loss is currently roughly around here. I would love to see a confirmation bounce here so I can put a stop loss there instead to protect it. But yeah, about a 5.5% gain. Risking to lose quite a bit though with the current stop loss location I've got. Even if you use the hourly true range, you're looking at about a 5% loss still. But as price action develops, you'll have a better and better location to put that stop loss if you can do it based on the average true range. There's also CME gap in that region. Oh yeah, so there's a lot of magnets pulling us towards 27,800 right now. Yeah. So we got that double top invalidated, so can't do that. So full us onto the full bodies. And now it's starting to flag. Let's see how it goes. But if it flags and we lose this resistance, we grab from the resistance of the formation here to the next level of consolidation. This is called the mast. And you just drag that over here and the momentum will dictate the target of 27,800. Yeah, so it's a lot of confluence towards us going to this level here. I posted the chart checker. Okay, I got you, man. You must have been over the weekend. Sorry. Magic. What's Cardano doing? Oh, you just posted. All right, cool. Gotcha. I didn't see that happen like that. Just was that like a flash pump? So, man. Oh, 5 minutes. Okay. Wasn't a flash pump. About to break this double bottom neckline for a long. The reason why the trend line is the way it is because it's a different time frame. Well, if it closes above this neckline, what we're just going to lose 0.54%. Like, I'm comfortable with that. 6 minutes until it confirms. And we're covering above this level here. Let's take a peek at the hourly and see how it looks. Yeah, it's trying to get, okay, it's trying to recover back above that loss of momentum. Yeah, I definitely want to see a candle close above this neckline, because what could end up happening is if we just entered now and it starts coming back down, how that would look on the hourly, as it'll look like it's confirming this uptrending level support to flip as resistance. And this has been, yeah, it's decent momentum here on the hourly. So five minutes left. Yeah, the fun part about trading, finding out whether or not you've wasted your time. Tron rounding, like rounded bottom. Yeah, rounded bottom. And Tron's pumping a little bit. I got it open on my other monitor here. Cool. Cardano. Yeah, 4 minutes left on that. Anything else you guys want me to peek at while we're waiting on that 15-minute candle to close? See if I missed anything in the chat. Can you look at GMX? Yes, GMX, USDT. Have I tried GMX before? I was losing this momentum. Confirmed. This has resistance. It's head and shoulders. Got some evolving momentum. It broke. It still hasn't hit the technical target yet for this formation here, but it's getting friggin' close. Oh, it's already hit it. Yep. I'll just talk about this rising wedge. We broke this to the downside, confirmed this point of interest as resistance. So this could be the late entry. And so if you're a breakout trader, you would have already entered around here. Late entry, you would have entered here. You would follow this momentum, and this momentum would dictate when you close your trade for this rising wedge target to be hit. So So this is your close line. I'm not sure if you're in the trade when you suggested for me to look at GMX, but this is what I'd be doing. I'd be tracking this momentum to tell me when to close the trade, because it could go past beyond your target. If this comes down and acts as resistance, then we can keep continuing to go down for GMX. Short term, super short term, it is looking bearish. Like we had confirmation off this head and shoulder structure here after meeting that resistance. So there's like a lot of confluence here telling people to short, and the technical target has not yet been hit for this structure. It's about halfway there. Target's down here at around 57.32. Reactional support level right here. It's basically breaking a bear flag right now. So this is basically a short opportunity right now. Quick short opportunity. Let's see if this comes in confluence with the technical target for the head and shoulders. Yeah. So a lot of things are screaming short right now for GMX. Like we already broke out, and we're confirming the neckline right now as resistance. If this candle closes below this level right here, then we confirmed this neckline here to act as resistance for a double top entry, kind of. So, and the flag also broke, so the momentum I'd follow is right about here for this short-term trade. And this would dictate whether or not I close about half or 100% of the trade, depending on where the price action is when we cross it. It would definitely be the full trade if we crossed. Yeah, if we got to this level of support right here. I got a bounce. Anything else you guys want me to dive into? Let's take a look at Cardano. Ah, delayed. Okay. You barely closed above this downtrending level of resistance. Not enough to want to enter a trade on it. I wanted to see a close above this neckline, so we'd have a confirmed resistance break. But we got back above this hourly support that we could have flipped as resistance, but we'll see how this candle reacts. If we get a candle close above this, I'd enter still. I know it delayed the trade by another 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get a 5-minute confirmation after that price action. Yeah, so we can get a 5-minute candle above this and have a reason to enter. And if we get a bounce here on the 5-minute as well, we have that continuation, we'd have new momentum to follow, and we'd Elliott wave if we closed above this rejection here. I'll take a quick peek at Tron. Yeah, Tron's going back down a little bit. Phantom. Yeah, let's take a look at Phantom. We got time now. Let's see. Oh, we got a good wick rejection here in the 15-minute for GMAX. What is that? That is sorry, I'll take a peek at Phantom for you in a moment. Okay, so it has decent liquidity. 1 to 1.38 based on my current stop loss. If we got a swing high and we met this downtrending resistance and came back down, then I'd move my stop loss below that. But yeah, just waiting on a candle close below this green line. Well, this body here, we're good to go. Let's take a look at Phantom for Michael. I haven't charted Phantom in a while. Let's go to the hourly. Yeah, last trade I did was this short. And this was a formation I was watching to tell me if I should exit or not. Yeah, I was waiting for a double bottom here. Didn't end up going through. Didn't break the momentum, so I didn't enter. But yeah, short term for Phantom. Yeah, I'd enter a long on Phantom if we break this downtrending resistance here on the 15-minute. So we're flagging right now. After breaking this downtrending resistance. Target of 38.05. Local resistance here. And concern would be getting out of this range. This area of interest here. You can see it consistently act as support and resistance within this range. Yeah, Phantom's looking bullish, but a few things you got to react to before hitting a target is just the top of this value area. If we get back out of it and get acceptance back into it, then I'd definitely be entering a short and closing the long. But yeah, decent target. Really good risk to reward ratio. It's looking like a 1 to 4 or 1 to 3 roughly. So if I were to enter around here, stop loss here, yeah, 1 to 3.2. Conservative entry would be around here. If you want to confirm the continuation of the pump, wait till this neckline break here with a little resistance here. It would still be a 1 to 2, but you'll be risking to lose more. It all depends on how the 15-minute candle closes, obviously, above this downtrending resistance, but if it closed, if we got a breakout and it closed above this neckline, then I would definitely be entering. There's like no doubt about that. So this could be a good trade. Depends on when it breaks out, though, whether or not I enter it. But I still got 2 hours to talk with you guys. So I know it sounds like a long time, but sometimes that's how long it takes to find a good trade for the day. Magic fighting the resistance again. Cool. 20 leverage and 90% like normal. Can't remember if we're supposed to be doing 19 or 20. Shouldn't be doing 20x leverage. No, we're doing like I'm doing 10x leverage with the challenge. Like I don't even normally do 20x leverage on a normal trading basis. Like I normally use like 10x maximum anyways. But I usually use 7x or less. It all depends on what I'm risking to lose and how much I'm entering into the trade, of course. I try to remain consistent as possible when it comes to how much I enter into a trade. That way, if I do have losses, my wins will still always outweigh those losses. So that's one thing that I like about this challenge, is that it kind of enforces consistency with how much you enter. Am I using the copy trader? Yes, I'll use the copy trader for this trade, assuming we have access to the asset we decide to enter. If it's Cardano, then yes, I'll definitely be entering with a copy trader. I'm not sure if you guys ever gone through this before, but basically waiting for an opportunity and then it rolls over on you. Oh, FTM is on BitGet? Yeah. Basically, whatever's attached to my copy trader, it's on BitGet and KuCoin. That's the only thing with the copy trader that we've coded, is that we have to make sure that both assets are on both exchanges in order for it to function properly. Getting close to confirmation for Cardano. I like that we bounced off of this hourly resistance or support, staying as support. It didn't flip as resistance, luckily. How's that look on the hourly? Let's see here. 20 minutes. Oh, we should look at something else, since this is not looking like we can enter a long off of it soon. Of course, it depends on how this candle closes, but based on where it's opened, it looks like we could break this. Let's see how it goes. Let's take a peek at Bitcoin. Still looking bullish. One minute chart with 10x. You can, like, 1 minute chart with 10x is not that bad. You would have to, there's only a few strategies that work on the 1 minute. Tron at entry. We're at break even for Tron. Pretty close. Yeah, I put 5 grand into the Tron short. I'm currently long on PYR. How far do you see it going? Let's take a look. Come back to revisit Phantom, so we gotta remember that. Phantom we're coming back to. PYR. Oh, good job. Broke this double bottom neckline in this, within the pennant. Had bearish divergence already played out. Oh, What am I doing? Alright, short term is saying $4.10, but I just want to zoom out and see if there's any local resistance you got to worry about. V-shaped recovery here. Got some conflicts with the target. Alright, let's zoom out a little more. I do see this downtrending resistance as well. Come on. Render. There we go. Cool. So awesome job on that trade. Just wanted to let you know. Let's take a look. So yeah, we're inside this macro formation right now. We're approaching this downtrending level of resistance. So this is where you prepare to take profits. And you kind of want to undercut these kind of formations when it comes to taking profits. If you take some off the table, you might not want to close the full trade until we lose this uptrending momentum right here, because you could have an early entry to the breakout of the macro formation. Like if you entered, I'm not sure if you entered off of the inverse head and shoulder structure or if you entered in off of the pennant continuation pattern, but yeah, this is where I would close the full trade. I would close half roughly around the resistance in case we have a support bounce. You could have the remaining half stay in it. And if we get the support bounce and you confirm the higher high, you can add to your winning position, and your average will be here initially. I don't know where your entry is, but let's say you entered around here and you add more here, your new average will be roughly around here. So below where your stop loss would be if you entered in off the macro break. So that's how I would personally play this trade if I entered in on it. Honestly, I kind of wish I spotted this. I never traded PYR, never heard of it, but it's an awesome job. Zooming in, let's see what we'd want for our continuation, and so far so good, is this to act as support here. Yeah, if this level doesn't act as support, then it's like here, you might have to exit some of your position. So let's see if we can use the 5 minutes so we can find if you can get out earlier or not. Yeah, if this candle closes the full body below this, I'll be taking some off the table. Even if it's just half. Is PYR futures or just spot? That's a good question. PYR. Spot. It's all spot, I can see. So you only can long it. That's annoying because like it could be a great short opportunity if we get rejected up here. But instead, it's just like a good take profit opportunity, from what I can see. Unless you guys know something I don't. If there's a futures chart that hasn't been added to TradingView, I doubt it. A lot of exchanges actually depend on TradingView in order for them to get their charts. They don't usually make their own. Okay. What can we look at now? Got Tron still just chilling sideways. Cardano. Cardano's barely holding up. And maybe we get a support bounce off of this and brings it back up, but we got about 10 minutes for to find that out. Yeah, Cardano's been pretty wishy-washy right now. So I have 2 Cardano charts open. I do. So let's close that. Oh, it's so slow right now. My life is buffering. I really gotta find the time to clear up the space on my computer so this stops happening. Every time I clear up the space, like the work I do takes up more space, so it's like I'm constantly battling with my computer. I got to clear it out entirely, spend like 3 hours on it. All right. Cheers, we'll take your advice. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for your trust. Let's see if I'm just gonna go through the chat really quick and see if there's anything that I missed. I don't think I missed anyone's requests or anything like that. My computer is all messed up, guys. I'm sorry. I should just buy a new one. One thing that crypto people do not like to do is buy new devices. Or at least me. I don't like buying new devices. I'm pretty good at keeping track of all my like seed phrases and all that stuff for my decentralized wallets. But like installing it and going through that initial sweat work of like recovering your assets is always fun. Yeah, so for the PYR, like here is a good time to close a portion of your trade if you enter and all that. We could create a swing low and have a continuation, but nothing is certain until you have that confirmation. If we end up having price action come back up above this, then you can start monitoring that as your momentum towards your target. So either way, great trade. Whether you entered off of the head and shoulders or this pennant. Awesome job. I like building custom PCs. Just new Lambos. Lambos are liabilities, so that's not something I would ever... Unless, like, I had, like, so much passive income that it cancels out the cost of just owning a Lambo. Just parking it in your parking lot with insurance is like 600, 700 bucks a month. That command says access denied. Bitcoin, what are you doing, bro? Just chilling. Yeah. So we need to get above this resistance here for that long. I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding. I just like to say it out loud every time someone says, let's buy a Lambo. It's like, do you really want to buy a liability that depreciates in value? That costs you like more than most people pay in rent. I could have like $4 million in my bank account right now and I still wouldn't buy it. It'd set you back like 2 years. Yeah, 2014, I can't even pronounce that. Beautiful. Yeah, I'll look that one up. I'm a Tesla guy, but I still have a. So trading actually got me my first like financed vehicle. I usually buy used vehicles for like $2,000, and they would last maybe a few years before I had to buy a new one. It's pretty bad behavior, but trading got me my first finance vehicle, and then after a few months I just paid it off. It's a 2014 Honda Civic. Nothing exciting, but when I was younger it was actually like one of my dream cars. Now it's like I want a Tesla, but I can't justify the reasoning to buy a Tesla right now. I did the math. So I'm waiting until my car is basically dead before I buy a Tesla, especially since Elon Musk has created those molds now that are going to decrease the cost of manufacturing by like 60%. So I'm going to wait until they finish up that so we can get Tesla at cheaper price. Yeah, there's nothing here. Tron still, it got rejected off of this range that we're looking at, which is good. But we need to get a lower low here. Yeah, for those who were a part of the call this morning, the trade hunting call with InvestiShare, we entered a short because we lost this uptrending momentum for Tron. It's been pumping for a while. Just from this consolidation here to here, about 8% pump. But yeah, we entered in off the double top break, and the double top has just been confirmed as resistance, and in confluence with this has been confirmed as resistance. So technically, if you're late on this, then you can probably enter now. I think I would enter now, honestly, if I saw this just now and I didn't get the entry over here. Let's see. And if we get the lower low, then I'll adjust my momentum and track that. But I would still keep this trend line here in case it gets honored as support. Is this a higher trend? Let's see, what time frame is that? Okay, I threw it on the hourly. I'm going to adjust it to the 15 minutes so it's flush with these candles, since we're looking for 15-minute confirmations right now. Don't want to create false breakouts from our own TA. Okay. Get that lower low. Anything else you guys want to look at Hondas don't die. Yeah, the cool thing about Honda, well, you can do this with any car, but this thing that I like to do before buying a vehicle is I'll look at the VIN number, and you can look up that VIN number based on the first, like, I think it's like the first or last four digits of the VIN number. It will tell you where it was manufactured. And Hondas are mostly built in Canada, I believe. The one I've got was built in Canada, and they had some built in the U.S. So I just went for the one in Canada because it apparently impacts maintenance sometimes. 88 chart in the chart checker. Yes, the Cardano chart is in the chart checker. Oh, okay. You mean the chart checker section. Let me take a peek at the chart checker. All right, let's go down here. Yep, got that uptrending momentum broken. Oh, we're getting a resistance break here. How do I have mine charted? Yeah. It's about this. Yeah, yours is a little more flush to the full bodies here. And rejection, support, and trying to get as many touch points as possible. Preferably with full bodies, but I might not be getting this trade anytime soon for Cardano. Kyle, what about Litecoin? Okay, let's take a look at Litecoin. Let's see. Litecoin's got a halving event coming up in, I think, like roughly 80 days, I think. And that's good. Yeah, for Litecoin, shoot roughly around that. For spot buyers, roughly around the last 20 days, you want to make the purchase for the hold for the halving event. Bitcoin's about usually 30 days. You want to try to get a hold of some Bitcoin before its halving event, before it starts to rally. Litecoin has more halving events than Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, stuff like that. I'm still looking for a short on Cardano. Tron exists in BitGet? Yep, I'm actually in a short right now with Tron on BitGet. Yeah, so Litecoin. Yeah, lost this momentum in the past here. This is once you enter the short off of this, you would watch this momentum to dictate when you should be exiting your trade. But a support bounce here could have caused you to exit too. At that psychological 90 level. Yeah, we're just consolidating right now. So this is like perfect. This is like range traders heaven. You just enter at the top here. This momentum. It's being held up by this point of control. What's the ranges point of control? Right here. Okay. Yeah, when you're in a range like this, you want to make sure you have all the price action added to your chart for your visible range volume profile here. That way you can get the point of control. Because typically, as a range trader, the point of control is one of the most important levels you should be watching. When you're entering shorts, you should prepare for it to act as support that can go against you. For example, like here, if you entered a short around here from this, looks like a little micro head and shoulders here. Yeah, around here when you had that double bottom structure being built off the point of control, you could have closed your trade in case it started going against you. We had the benefit of hindsight, so it's easy to say that, but for Litecoin, what I'm preparing for a trade is do you want a long, so let's change this to white for a second. Change it to reward zone. So this is roughly the reward zone right about here. So let's see how it reacts over here. Again, if it breaks this downtrend level resistance and in confluence we had a support bounce off this demand zone, you'd want to enter a long position. And you want to anticipate this level right here, basically the beginning of this area of interest right here, to act as resistance, but the target is always going to be the top of the range and the point of control. It's looking good. Right now, nothing we can jump in on. Super predictable right now. So you basically just keep trading this until it becomes invalid. So once the range starts acting as resistance or support, then that's when it invalidates the range, and then you can start, you could enter long into the next value area. Yeah, we could revisit this resistance again. Let's take a peek at Cardano again. We're at 11 o'clock right now. Still rough, yeah. So Cardano, yeah, it's looking like it's likely going to be a short soon if we break this support first. Litecoin having in August. Oh, thanks, Victor. Well, nice seeing you again, man. Yeah. Luckily with Litecoin, its difficulty doesn't fluctuate as dramatically as Bitcoin does all the time. So with Bitcoin, the halving event right now fluctuates between May and July, roughly, of 2024. It's kind of bouncing between a few months. Every time the difficulty adjusts, it kind of changes the expected date for the halving event. But Litecoin is pretty predictable. It doesn't fluctuate that much with their halving date. It's roughly around the last week that you want to focus on staring at that halving event. Yeah, I'm all caught up there with the questions. Nothing here yet. Yeah, this is a bummer. The market's not giving us anything right now. The volume just sucks. Almost in a profit right now with Tron's trade. DXY, Bitcoin. It's going down a little bit. XRP, let's take a peek at that. XRP is still taking its time. good to re-enter around 27,120 to 27,050 for Bitcoin. 120. Let me just map that out right a second here. Horizontal line. So this green, we'll change it to purple. Let's do blue. So you're talking about entering around 120 around here. If you're doing it off this range and you get a support bounce, then definitely. But right now we're getting support off this local level of resistance, support right here. We're building continuation patterns, so we might not revisit that level. So what I'm looking at right now is a break of this downtrending resistance for the continuation, and Kaban Z has found a sell wall of 27,800 right here for about $6 billion of leverage, which is kind of insane. It feels like it might be a non-intentional to fill, but it's in confluence with this level of resistance right here. So if someone's trying to push down the price action, so if we break to the upside, we're going to have a fast sell pressure down around this area if the order is still there in the order books on Binance. People look at that sell wall, they definitely want to undercut it though. 1 hour seems like it's losing steam. One hour looks more bullish. Here's why I say that. Let's see if we break to the upside, and like one thing that's really common is the top of the formations act as resistance, right? And if the top of this formation acts as resistance here, then we'll just create a double top, and then we'll definitely start seeing price action come back down for Bitcoin. We had a double top here in the past. We had a double top over here, so it wouldn't surprise me if we had a double top basically in the same location again, and create a more macro range. Then we would just basically be adjusting this trend line here rather than having a descending triangle that broke to the upside. Would have like a flag. Let's undo those moves. We're tracking on the 15-minute. I can undo that. I can delete that here. But yeah, if we get a support bounce here, it's still a reason to enter. But you have to, depending on what the price behavior looks like at the time, we might have a whole other formation. We could have a falling wedge at that time. Guys, why is it so boring? Look at liquidation levels. Heat map on high block. Gotcha. Cardano has been stubbornly slow. What's that in reaction to? Still waiting for it. I mean, from what I understand, after it breaks the momentum, shouldn't we be invalidated trade? I'm missing something. One sec here. Tron. So so I put in only half the amount I normally would with this Tron trade, because where we entered, it went against us pretty quickly. So the trade's not invalidated yet from where we entered and the reason why we entered. It'll be invalidated if we break this momentum trend line here. The double top would be invalidated for sure if we get a price action close above this green line. But it's not invalidated yet for that. But we can still have a head and shoulder structure, and that's why I only put in half in here in case it goes against us a little bit. If we have a rejection at this, roughly around this level here, where we'd see the rejection. If we escape this area after the rejection, then I'll be adding to my losing position with the remaining 50% that I would have put into this trade. And then it would adjust my average to be a bit better for the short position. That's for this morning's trade hunting call. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for. If it goes against us up here. If price action went more towards our direction, then I'll be using this momentum to help me either close the full amount or half the amount, depending on the reaction, like how it's happening. If it's a double top, or double bottom structure, or inverse head and shoulder structure in confluence with this break, then something like that would have me close the full trade. But a simple cross would usually have me close half of it. But yeah, in this scenario, I'll enter in with half. Litecoin, nothing for Litecoin. Yesterday pump was a saver after 4 days of indecision. Yeah, well, we had that volume from the holidays too that slowed down things quite a bit. We were stuck inside that pennant for Bitcoin for a while. It got super boring. It was around midnight where we broke out when everyone's sleeping. And then this is going to dictate whether or not we actually continue or not. This little micro formation. We're basically at this little area of interest right now, combating it as resistance. We had it act as support consistently in the past. So if we break this, it's going to be relatively explosive. We'll go right to this uptrend level support and revisit it as resistance again, like we did over here and here, a little bit here. But yeah, we have the giant sell wall too here at 27,800, so we'd have to undercut that. I'll be using a market order to exit anyways, so I don't have to worry about it being undercut in the order books. It's still taking its time, super slow. It's going to wait probably until this live event's over, and then there's going to be a massive move. Cardano 15-minute closed under resistance. Let's take a peek. Nice, man. Thank you. Oh yeah, it closed here. Yeah, we revisit this local resistance and getting our butts kicked. So might as well delete that because that's invalidated. Can't do that one. Render keeps pumping. Is it pumping again? There's no way. It's crazy. RNDR. Render. Yeah, so we were looking at this as a long. I didn't want to enter because of how much you'd be risking to lose in this trade. With the target is up here at $2.90. A decent confirmation bounce. Is any of you guys in a long right now with Render? I know some of you guys shorted it today and made some money off of the short. Critical. Oh, it's a clairvoyant test. Shorted down the long. Nice. Good job, guys. You guys with your high risk trading. I guess it depends on how much you put in. Something like this, I would put in like 1% rather than 2 or 3% into the trade. So I'd risk to lose less. Made along at 80%. With 80% of your portfolio? It's intense. Oh, you're at 80% in profits. My bad. Awesome job, man. So you must be using like 20x leverage. Based on this move. Yeah. Or more. Dudes. What do you guys want to look at next? I feel like we're just sitting ducks right now. Can't really do anything. All the assets that I normally trade are kind of chilling. Let's take a look at Theta. It has its own relative strength. You got it at 23329. Oh shit. Not bad, man. Off the range support bounce. More break here at this double bottom. There's a few, yeah, there's a few reasons to enter, so good job there, man. Glad you were able to hold this a little bit longer. Yeah, let's look at Theta. It's been a while since I took a peek at Theta, and it has its own relative strength, so it likes to do its own thing. Well, Render's still going. Kava breaking down trading resistance. Alright, that's more important than taking a peek at Theta, because it doesn't look like it's doing anything, so let's look at Kava. Maybe we'll have a opportunity. Binance. How short term are you talking here? This, well, it's getting close at the time. Let's zoom out on the daily. Snow Kava has a relatively low liquidity. Let's get rid of this noise. Yeah, as soon as it got to this local resistance, it just dropped hard. People probably got caught in a position and they wanted to get out. Yeah, that's gross. That's a crazy wick. So that's a daily. The hourly, it's like a really rough double top. Nothing I can jump in on here, unfortunately. How big's that wick? That's like a 20% wick. Nuts. These are good though. These reset the market. A lot of people are out of the market, and the sell pressure walls get weaker. Who knows? Maybe we'll build a continuation pattern instead. Nothing yet. But yeah, a loss of this support level would be a reason to enter a short. So you can short it within the formation and prepare for the macro support bounce. More on 5 minute for Kava. Yeah. Yeah, might pen here, man. And if it does, then we can prepare for continuation off of this. Yeah, if we break to the upside from here, then it'd basically be considered a confirmation formation. Nothing we jump in on right now. Jasmine. Yeah, we can take a look at Jasmine. We kind of, as a community, we kind of own Jasmine, to be honest. Ah. Someone's riding their motorcycle. Actually, that's not a motorcycle. That's someone like cut off their freaking muffler because they think it's cool. If you guys heard that through the mic, I'm not sure. There's somebody just drove by, like a psychopath. Yeah, Jasmine's got. Yeah, the last trade was this one here. This little long. And we're basically caught inside this strong area of interest right now, trying to break out. Yeah, if we break to the upside, we got a lot of levels of resistance to worry about. What is that? That is a bit long, roughly around here. Yeah, so for Jasmine, we got either a short setup here or a long setup. So we get rejected off this value area range here. We could prepare for a short, but I would want to lose this bottom right here, this swing low for a continuation. And the stop loss would just be above this most recent swing high right about here for the short. For the long, it's a little bit more higher risk. Even though we could break this downtrending resistance here, we got to anticipate to act as resistance. So we got to treat it as our target. And if we treat it as our target, it's only 1-to-1. So it'll be safer in terms of risk to reward ratio for us to wait for this resistance to break before entering. It's up to you. It depends on how reactional you are, of course. Like if you are willing to wait and look at the charts and see, and set an alarm roughly around, like before it retests, like set an alarm around here if you entered a long. If price action crosses it, then that will tell you to pay attention and see if there's going to be a negative reaction to this resistance right here. But the short looks nice too. Shorting it to the bottom of this range. It's been honoring this range for a while now. This candle opened outside the resistance here. That's good for the long. What's Bitcoin doing? FTM banging. Oh, okay. Let's see what that means. Let's find out what that means. Knocking on the resistance. I'm assuming that's what you meant. It's getting there. I'd like to do this trade for sure. I'd love to do this long. But it's not up to me. It's up to the market. Everything's so slow right now. This is why I usually do these calls around 12:30 p.m. We have the PM session volume from the York session. Knocking, yeah. Tron, what are you doing, bro? It's going up a little bit. Double bottomed. Double bottom. I didn't actually move my stop loss on the exchange. I'm just looking at if it retests within this candle, where it would be along this resistance, and if we got the rejection, where I could put my stop loss after the rejection. Right now, it's still here. Oh, let's see here, guys. XRP, what are you doing, bro? Chilling on the point of control. Okay. Link, what are you doing? Nothing. Well, this is probably the most boring trading session I've ever done. Not true. Not true. Like back in the day, there was a range Bitcoin was trapped in on the Let's go to the daily. I'll show you really quick. But it's the most depressing volume you'd ever see with Bitcoin. Let's go back in time here. And TradingView can't handle my charts. Or my computer can't handle my charts right now. It's this range right here. When we were trapped in this right here, we were moving like $100 a day. It was depressing. Wait for it to break out. And this is like 90 days, I'm pretty sure. I remember charting it. It was like about $80, 80 days from where I measured it. But when I got close to the end of it, these few days here, it's like $100 range. Couldn't do anything. Nothing. Just had to sit there and wait for it to break out. We can sing. Maybe we should get Shim on here. He'll sing for us. Yeah, I don't know, guys. We're just chilling here. We got no opportunities for it to jump off and jump on. This Phantom one looks great when it happens. This Tron one's still valid. For those who are late to entering this short, then you'd want to wait for a confirmation rejection here. You would have a better entry than me, actually. So I'll be adding to my losing position if that were to occur, if we get a rejection around this level with this green box zone. And then I'm going to keep my stop loss the same location if that were to happen. See how it goes. We still haven't gotten above this neckline yet. We haven't confirmed a close above it. Phantom still waiting. DXY is still going up. XRP. I shouldn't even look at XRP for a while. It's kind of stuck. What do you guys want to look at? I could chill in here for another hour with you guys, waiting for a move. Or I can just post these as signals for you. I'm not sure if there's anything you guys want me to... I feel like we're just sitting here waiting. Like there's nothing going on. If we don't get a trade, then we don't get a trade. One sec here. I'm just going to look at the Discord for... Yeah, I might be able to do another call, like another live event on tomorrow, if I'm able to finish up some of the stuff that I'm doing for InvestiShare in the background. If I finish that up, then yeah, I can do another one tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know. Let's chill. Yeah, we can chill. Arb. No, you mean arbitrage trading? Because we could do that too. I don't know if you guys are into arbitrage trading, but let's take a look at ARB. Bearish divergence. They already hit this target. It's right here. It's holding once people are taking profits. Let's go to daily. I've charted this before. What was I doing? The setting, yeah. Okay, so that's not the beginning of the asset, that's the beginning of its listing on Binance. You're starting to see exhaustion here. Let me see if I got the settings right for this indicator really quick. Oops, 50. Yeah, ARB is looking like he's getting exhausted. Got bearish divergence in the 15-minute. We're approaching this uptrending level of support that's flipped as resistance here. So we might lose, like short term, we might lose this uptrending level support, come back down and create a new formation. And this formation will dictate whether or not we actually break it. But I don't think that we're going to break it within this formation. I don't think we're going to break this resistance within this formation. I think we're going to lose this, I think based on what we have here, we're going to lose this uptrending level support first. Of course, like you don't enter a short based off of that, but you want to be reactional to this support loss or reactional to this resistance break. Nothing yet. If we break the support, then the bottom of where the support bounces is going to be your initial target. Right about here, it's local support. No, yeah, nothing yet. Waves pumped 15%. Maybe there's a possibility for a short. Yeah, we can take that a look at that. No trades, no trade. Magic again. Okay, we'll look at magic, then waves. I don't remember what we were looking at for magic. I'm taking a peek at so many assets. I'm pretty sure we charted this, did we not? Yeah, we did. Okay. What was I? Oh, we're waiting for a potential long for magic or a short if we lose this momentum. Nothing yet. Basically, we want to break this, and if I remember correctly, there's a valley here that's really, really strong. So, like having a candle close above this could lead to a strong continuation. What I want to see in a perfect world, price action to come up and get a bounce in confluence with this neckline acting as support, this uptrend level of support here being honored as support again, and then entering off of the swing high break. That's what I'd love to do. but we're going into a valley, and we might have an extremely strong immediate pump. This valley is really, really steep. But that's like the perfect world trade for me. If that were to occur, then that's how I'd do it. Love to do it, but 4 hour, maybe soon be retesting a previous support or a previous resistance. Flipping us. Yeah. Like here we broke through this liquidity zone here where they had this. We broke past it. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for this one. Yeah, I'll be entering this one. Probably won't be as like a 100k, like the 100 to 50k challenge one, but I kind of want to jump in on that one. Render reversed at the top and now out. Nice, man. Good job. Let's take a look at waves. Waves. I'm just gonna go with daily. One sec here. I just wanted to see if we're approaching anything on waves. Yeah, this was one of my most profitable shorts right here. Waves founder announces new stablecoin. USDN depegging. Doesn't look like it has very good news. That's December. Yeah, Waves is looking for, might be getting a correction soon. We're approaching its downtrend level resistance right here. We had a pretty much a vertical pump. So there are a lot of signs of exhaustion right now for Waves. And that pump was 16%. Bearish divergence. So, yeah, if we lose this support level, I'd prepare for a short for sure, and then anticipate this to have a support bounce because this just could be the body to a new formation. So just gotta be prepared for that. But yeah, I'd short once I lose this support level right here. And just prepared for this for a take profit, but if we break below it, then awesome. Need to have more profits for the short position. Nothing right now. Could that be a double top on waves? Well, technically, yes. In lower time frames, this is like a double top on the 5 minute. This being the neckline right here. And it's coming in after a pump, so the chance of it hitting its target's much higher. But we haven't confirmed, we're not, like if we break this support right here, this uptrending support, the neckline's actually where we're going to be pairing for potential support. But if we break that support level, then it'll confirm it as a double top right here. Then you'd have something like this for your target. And when we break the support level, this will be the momentum that we follow. Now, the good thing about this momentum in this situation, if we break this, then this is like the invalidation zone. Anything above this will invalidate the short. So you would close your trade immediately after a candle closing above this. But yeah, this looks like a great move. What's the percentage? If we were to enter around here, okay, it's about 1% loss. Yeah, Waves is definitely asking for a mega retrace, you're right. Mori in a magic from lower, already at 6%. Good job. Or you're not looking at the big picture. No, you're right, man. Like, it's looking for a mega retrace. If we're approaching this downtrending resistance here, and this is as simple as a trend line adjustment. Like, I could just easily adjust the trend line here, but based on what we have, this is the resistance that we got to worry about. And this formation here is going to, short term, it's going to be bearish, but we could easily create a pennant after hitting that target and creating a more bullish formation and break to the upside. But short term, we're looking like a quick move to around 183. I have my job. I'm going to leave early to focus on the call. You don't have to do that, man. You're guaranteed money at your job right now. We don't even have a trade yet, and I have to leave in about 40 minutes. We might be able to do a call tomorrow. Usually, like, how I do my trades throughout the day is I would have alarms set for one of these cross, so I don't have to stare at my screen. So basically, I would just set an alarm, and then come back to the screen when it's appropriate. Just get your play set up. Set all your alarms for the trades that have the best risk to reward ratio. Ignore the ones that don't have very good risk to reward ratio or high losses, and then have your alarm set up and ready to go. And when the alarms go off, it's the only time you need to look at your screen. Yeah, I'll try to do a call tomorrow, man. We can do that. Waves broke out of a macro formation in one of my charts. The resistance coincide with the 200 EMA in the 4 hour. Maybe can retest that before continuing. You're talking about, yeah, waves. So waves, do I have the 200 EMA already? No, I'll add that. Oh man, I gotta. Why is my indicators tab working? Man. Well, either way, yeah. You're seeing a breakout. Your trend line must be... I don't know which macro formation you're talking about, though. Yeah, if you have your trend line at the wick instead of the full buy, you could angle your trend line. On the daily, we're right about here. We haven't had it confirmed yet. So yeah, if we have if this daily candle closes here, 100%, yeah, we broke daily candle resistance. Lower time frames. Let's see how it reacts. But break down below. If we're doing if we're looking at the full body support for the daily, it could interrupt our target. But either way, it's looking exhausted right now, so it's got to have a little bit of a cool down. Okay, we're at 11:56. What are you doing, Bitcoin? Not yet. XRP. Yeah, just looking at the chat right now. Can you send a link for FTM in the Discord? Yeah. I don't know if I even have a phantom chart, but I can just make one right now. Sec here. FTM. Bitcoin doesn't want to move. It's being stubborn. It knows we're looking at it, and it's going to wait until we're done. It's live. Once this live's done, it's going to pump or dump. Okay, I didn't clone this chart. That's okay. We'll go over to... There we go. Alright, so Phantom. Yeah, Phantom's one I could do in the copy trader too. So if this breaks out, I can copy trade it. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check that. Where's my passive AI? Passive AI, where are you, bro? Over here. Okay, Phantom. We're just adding the Phantom chart right now to the invested charts right now. FTM. All right, cool. Got Phantom added, so you're good to go. Yeah, it's just chilling still too. Yeah, we're stuck, guys. We can't do anything. we're just like caught within no trade zones. We gotta. Close this one down. That's a clairvoyant back test. Okay. Are you already in a trade? No. We've been just literally sitting here for 2 hours. Just doing nothing. Like the market has we found a lot of great opportunities coming, but we haven't been able to jump in on anything because we haven't broken out. We haven't either direction in anything that we looked at. Other than render, but I didn't jump in on render because I didn't like the amount we could lose. So I didn't jump in on that. With RNDR. Let's take a look at that again. Probably hit the target already. Nope. And we came back down, retraced a little bit. A higher high. Yeah, we're creating more bearish divergences in higher time frames. This one's confirmed. After we get below this low right here on the RSI, then we'll have bearish divergence. That'll come in confluence with us losing this uptrend level support. Yeah, nothing yet. Had a decent pump though before it started correcting. In the 5-minute chart, if you saw that bearish engulfing candle, you probably would have gotten out. I think actually, was it Kaban that jumped in on that? ARP reaching support demand zone. Let's see what ARP is. Or do you mean ARB? You might have meant ARB. Yeah, you're right, yeah. 15-minute is what we're looking at. Yeah. I'm gonna lose this uptrend level support first before entering. Nothing yet. Oh, guys. All right. I think we should end this live stream for now. We can try again tomorrow. No trade this time. We can't just enter just to enter, right? We have to have a valid reason to enter a trade. We couldn't find one. DXY is still fighting that range a little bit. We have a lot of good setups on the way. We have XRP getting ready to break out. We have ARB about to lose support. What's Cardano doing? It's just consolidating still. We got support bounce off this resistance though. Didn't create the higher high. If we created that higher high, then I would have entered. But at least we have local momentum that we could follow. If we do get that higher high, we get above this local resistance, I'd enter along, track this momentum, and use it to dictate my exit. And yeah, just prepare for this to act as resistance again. This is a daily resistance though, and we got this here as the shorter term, like 15-minute resistance. Tomorrow, if I start, it'll be around 12:30 p.m. because that's like, I like to trade during the New York PM session. I think that's my favorite time to trade. Lots of volume usually comes in. It's like the last hurrah before they start closing up shop for the day. So usually tend to have decent volume around that time, and we hit targets fast, like short-term targets fast. And that's why I want to use that time frame for the 50K challenge. Or maybe we can do a usual 1 hour. Tomorrow might be a little bit longer than an hour, but around 12:30 is a good time tomorrow. I'll do one of those YouTube posts. So if anyone who like turns on the notifications and clicks on all, you'll be notified from the YouTube post. If you're not an InvestiShare member, even if you're actually not an InvestiShare member, you can still join the Discord. There's free stuff inside the Discord. So if anyone wants to jump in the Discord, there's a link down below the video. This is investsharecommunity.com. It'll bring you to the Discord for the free section, and you'll be able to get announcements whenever I go live on YouTube. But yeah, we're basically stuck sitting on our hands. I'm sorry about this call, guys. I just didn't want to jump into a trade that we weren't able to confirm a direction. Yep, still on trade number 6, I guess. If you guys want to ask any quick questions really quick in the chat before I jump out, I would ask them now before I have to end it here for you. I'll give it a couple minutes. I'll get like 12:10 will be my cutoff time. So ask for your questions, guys. Thanks for all the... No problem, man. I've gotten a lot of work, a lot of automated stuff done for InvestiShare now. So I got a little bit more free time to do these lives. And the more stuff I automate, the more time I'm going to be able to do this kind of fun stuff. So I'm constantly working on automation so I can not only save money with the company, but also free up some time so I can spend more time with you guys. I would love to do a call like this daily inside with the community. So That's like my goal, to be able to do a call, like trading hunting call daily with you guys, if you remember, kind of thing. Yeah, this is gonna just extend that wait. I know it's gonna break this and make it delay the wait a little longer. So tomorrow, what will you? Time will be 12:30 p.m. Eastern if I have time. It's about a 70% chance that I'll be able to do it. I don't want to give you 100% just in case, but I should be able. Today, I got basically tax stuff to get done. Once that stuff's all done, and I rebalance my expense sheets for InvestiShare, I'll be able to figure out exactly where InvestiShare is at, so I can do paid marketing. I'm starting to get into the paid marketing side for InvestiShare. We've grown pretty big organically, which is awesome. I think it's from all the gains people have been making. They've been sharing. Final look at waves. Yeah, let's do it. Our last hurrah. There we go. It's like, are you gonna update? So waves is breaking this downtrending resistance here. Let's just double check. If we full bodied it, I just wanted to full body it just to see. Yeah, I can see. So if you're trying to go for a higher high confirmation bounce of this resistance break on the daily, you want to wait for this to break for a strong continuation. So you want to break above this if you're late and jumping in something like this. I personally, if it were me, I would wait and to see how the daily candle reacts, and then see what kind of formation is created after the daily candle reaction. So if we have if we have this daily candle close above this at that time, which is in about 7 hours 50 minutes, you should have a whole bunch of new short-term price action developed. And that new short-term price action could be a double top, it could be a strong continuation pattern. But waiting for something like that, you would have much more weight to your trade than something like this. Now, you could enter a short off of this loss of momentum, but it'd be a very short-lived trade. Yeah. So that's just how I'd react. Look at waves right now. But if you want to jump in on a short, I'll wait till this trending support here is broken, and then the technical target would be around here if we break this neckline. This line's here because we were looking at the 5 minute. Yeah, 5 minute. It's just a wick on the 15. And that's why my trend line was up here too, as a wick on the 15. But yeah, higher the time frame, the more weighted value your trades will have. If you guys can do it, I would prefer if everyone in the world just focus on the hourly time frame rather than the lower time frames. Get your win rate actually goes up quite a bit. IPO. What's IPO? You got 5 minutes retest. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I like to use the 5 minute for dissecting price action, but the higher time frames is typically where I have my trend lines. You save more weighted value with your trades. When InvestiShare IPO? Oh, that's funny. That's what you meant. Okay. All right, guys. I hope you have yourself an amazing day. I will post inside the community some signals from what we spotted so far. We can prepare for those. I gotta get ready to go, pay that disgusting tax bill. It's crazy. Like 3 years ago, before I started trading, the amount that I made per year, is how much I'm going to pay in taxes this year. It's depressing. I got to pay like 26 grand. All right, guys. You have an awesome day. Thanks for jumping on, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow.